Hello friends, welcome to Akulmach Live and my name is Chandrakant. Today we want to discuss something about being happy and how we can be happy in today's world. To have this discussion, I'll be joined by a celebrity from UK. So don't go anywhere. I'll be joining back along with my guest just in a moment. Welcome back, friends. And we have Mr. Naval Gund joining us from UK. He is the chairman of Mindfit Limited. And we have a very important topic to discuss with him, which is how to be happy. So, welcome to the show, Naval.
Good morning, CK. Good morning, everybody. How to be happy? Be happy. Just be happy. Can't you just be happy? You're smiling, CK, so you must be happy, aren't you?
I am happy, but I think in today's environment, when people are living in confined places, not able to roam out freely, they have to, handle each other, the entire family. There is no outlet except the family members. So I think this is a very good subject to be discussed and provide some sort of solution to people who are watching, our viewers basically, to see how they can be happy, really happy, not superficially happily. So I think that is where I'm coming from, Neval.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's lots of pressures on people. Certain parts of the world are still in lockdown. My friends in Melbourne are now in their 6th lockdown. They'll soon be in double figures if we keep going at this rate. And so there are lots of reasons why it's difficult to be happy. But let's look at the basics here. Happiness is a feeling. So you feel happy, and people are very different. Some people feel happy with simple things. Some people have to do very complicated things and then feel happy. But the point I'm just making is it's the consequence of something happening that makes you happy. You don't just wake up happy. You might wake up and say, "Oh, I had a great night's sleep." That might make you happy, but as I say, it's a consequence. Does that make sense, CK?
Well, absolutely. Actually, the whole problem is that we can get up being happy. I had a very good night's sleep, and hence I'm happy. So I think one of the solution is you should have a good night's sleep to be happy next morning. But then, how can we happy at all times, not sad at all times, whatever the situation may be? Even if there is something going wrong, things are going south, we should be happy. We should not be losing our cool. I think that is where I'm coming from, and that's a very big question, Neville. But I think that is what we want to discuss today: how to be happy, irrespective of whatever the situation that you're dealing with.
Yeah, it is a big question. But the interesting thing is, a lot of people actually think it's too big a question to ask, and therefore they don't answer it. But the reality is, you just have to think about yourself. So, for instance, getting a good night's sleep is a good way of starting the day in a good mood, okay? Because happiness is a mood. So, if you're going to be in a good mood, get a good night's sleep. But that doesn't necessarily work for everybody, because I like waking up early. If I don't wake up, I wake up before the alarm goes off, because I've almost conditioned my brain to say it's 5:45 and the alarm goes off in 5 minutes time and you better wake up. And when I wake up before the alarm goes off, I sort of look across to the time and I think, oh, done it again. It gives me a sort of an inner accomplishment, that feeling of I've beaten the clock again. And bizarrely, then when the alarm goes off, it feels like it's hours later. So I've gone typically back into a deep sleep for 5 minutes, which sounds crazy, really, doesn't it? But the thing is, when I then hear the alarm and I hit the snooze button, it makes me feel great, believe it or not. Not every single day, but most days. So the thing is what makes you feel good? You've got to ask yourself that question. So when it comes to me, when it's raining outside, a lot of people think, oh, it's raining. And the mood drops. Whereas when I look outside and I see it's raining, sometimes I think, oh, it's a nice time to go for a walk with an umbrella. Because there's that freshness in the air when that rain's coming down, and certainly after the rain. It might even be after a heat wave, in which case there's a huge sigh of relief across everybody when they realise actually that's automatic air conditioning from above, which is really good news. When you go for a walk in the sunshine, a lot of people, get really hot and they don't enjoy the walk because they're constantly sweating and they haven't put sunshade on or sun cream on. And they then say it was quite a miserable walk because it was too hot. So we're always finding things that change our mood. So there's just a few things. Food is another huge happiness arena. And it's not all food, but it's the food you like. So when you're preparing that food, have you got a big smile on your face? I can see you've got a smile on your face now because you're even thinking of the concept of food, whether what you've just eaten or what you're about to eat later on today. So all of these little things that we do make us happy. So let's talk about little things, CK, because it's a combination of all these little things that we do every single day, typically every single minute of the day, and it makes us happy. But we don't actually celebrate it. We don't even know that it makes us happy. So what makes you happy? The little things.
Well, all of this that you mentioned, a good food, a good sleep, a good news, order closure makes me very happy, because I'm running an organization. So if I close a deal, it makes me happy. So simple things like that. And if the kid actually basically score good marks in their exam, I feel very happy. And things like that. So I think there are many reasons to be happy actually for me.
Excellent. And what you said is things make you happy. So happiness is a consequence of something happening. So a happening is a happiness, which is quite crazy, really, because it's both happened. But that's a different story. But as I say, it's about literally doing something that changes the mood, that improves the mood. So what about when you're dehydrated? Are you in a good mood?
Well, if I am thirsty or hungry, definitely my mood will be slightly off. So I need to be hydrated all the time to be in happy mood.
So consequently, you drink regularly. That makes you happy. In fact, it probably stops you being moody or in a bad mood. So it's all of these little things that we do that we don't actually recognize. Like when you're walking, when you're out walking and you see a baby smiling or laughing or giggling, does it make you happy? When you see the sun shining, does it make you happy? Because it's something that's out there. The environment is out there, and that's going to affect our mood. And the key thing is to look at look at the environment in a way that helps you along your day. And this is where I think one way we can actually improve our mood, typically, is not watching the news. Because the majority of the news these days, I'm sure you see exactly the same that we see in a different language. It's not nice news. It's not good news. It's news because it's newsworthy, but it's not really making us happy. I mean, at the moment on the news, we're seeing bushfires and on the Greek islands. And the news is showing you pictures of burnt out homes and vehicles. So people have lost their livelihood. And the same goes for the west coast of America. We're seeing devastation. That isn't doing a fantastic amount for our mood, is it? It's appealing to us because we're now empathizing and we've got sympathy with these people. And a lot of people are saying, well, how can we help? Which is really good. It's not doing much for your happiness unless you do something good. So we have to be a little smart for our own being, really. And I think I'll use this word resilience again, that we come back to many times. And it's about having that resilience to be happy, if that makes sense.
Well, I think then what you're suggesting to our viewers is that you have to consciously tell your mind to be happy, whatever the situation may be. You know, if the weather changes, you should feel happy. For simple things, for small things on day-to-day basis, if you start training your mind to be happy, then overall you'll be happier and not gloomy. So I think, for example, you mentioned rain. You know, in some part of the world, if it rains, like in India, if it rains, it's a very happy mood. You know, there are music on rain, there are different things which are designed around rain. So rain is a big thing, unlike your country, where sometimes it can be gloomy, or a place like Seattle where it rains so much. And but in India it is celebrated. You know, there are a lot of festivals around rain. So similarly, I think what your suggestion today is that to feel happy consciously, train the mind so that we can feel happy.
You'll have a really long list and you'll say, well, why am I ever unhappy? Because I've got all these wonderful things that I've written down that make me happy. And all I've got to do is to go and now look for them. And that's the key. So we now go and look for fulfillment. So we look to be happy. If you want to be happy, I'm going to do one of these things because that makes me happy. And it might be bake a cake, or it might be make scrambled egg on toast. Because it could be the physical making of it that makes you happy. So you've got a result here. Oh, that really looks nice. I'm going to really enjoy that. So actually you get two levels of happiness. One through thinking and making it, and the other thing through eating it. And then if you've got a dishwasher, you don't even have to wash it up.
Absolutely, Neville. In fact, this is something great today, and I thought it's a very simple thing, but I think